Today in this video sponsored by Squarespace, I'll be critiquing your work, reviewing it. The top Reddit posts on here is where you will find the best work, and they're by you guys as well. So let's go ahead and review them. Top of this week, the first one with 91 upvotes. Logo design for Sofrakan, a South African surfing lifestyle brand. Okay, I can see why this is the top most voted of the week. First of all, I love the way that you've presented this. I'm not too sure why it's on a business card, but the mock-up looks good all in all. The actual logo itself, having these shapes within a surfboard, but also having those wavy shapes, it makes it abstract, but you understand what it is. It's like the perfect medium between a really logical yet abstract design. Let's see how you built this. So you got the S, so for Sofrakan, you got the water wave and the surfing board. Again, dude, every week when I come onto this Reddit, it gets better and better. The top ones get better and better every week. More so than the logo. I love the way that you presented this already. You're selling it to me. You're selling it to everyone on the channel. Showing the logic behind the design actually really does help with selling the work to a client through the presentation. I've talked about it loads. Go and check out a video that I made. You'll see it. Again, it works all the way through. You've got the skateboard there. I just like the way that it flows. There's nothing much to really critique about this. I like the color scheme. It makes a lot of sense. And the way that you presented this is really good. I would have liked to see it on an actual surfboard. That would be the main thing, seeing the actual design of it. Also, some patterns and some other illustrations. I think it's really important to have that. Surfboards and like skate decks as well. They have a lot of illustrativeness. They use a lot of illustrations. It'd be cool to see some examples and really nice mock-ups of these. You, sir, are getting an award of 500 gold coins. Well done. The next one is Slash. Now, if you're from the UK, this would not be a product. It means something completely different. So this has got 73 upvotes, and you know, the actual logo doesn't, and they never do really. Let me point this out. The logos of drink companies never really get my attention. It's more of the packaging around it, and it's designed to be like that. So this is like some sort of grape soda. So the primary logo. Okay, so the logo, there's something really like crazy in there. I would just get rid of those. Actually, no, I wouldn't, because it's a drinks company, right? You've got those highlights in there. In fact, I was going to say to get rid of those highlights, you know, these little lines. What I would do is I would like accentuate them even more. I'd make them ever so slightly thicker all the way around. Accentuating those lines would make it easier for people to see at smaller scales, especially when it's packaged as well. Okay, so that drink, it looks okay. The mock-up really does help with the brand in general. You've sort of like hidden the logo away within the mock-up. It's not the best logo I've seen in the world, but it does the job. And I think, you know, I'm slightly biased because it's Slash, isn't it? You know, I'm going for a Slash sort of thing. It doesn't make sense to me. But this is the most upvoted of the week, or the second most upvoted. So, you know, you guys must love the mock-ups and the way that it works all the way through. What I can tell you've done well is, aside from choosing great mock-ups, the illustrations around them and the color schemes work. It's very easy to tell what flavor of drink it would be. Taste of goodness is kind of boring. It's just in the middle. But as the packaging goes, it looks pretty good. It would stack on the shelves pretty easily. It would fit quite nicely. This is a bit boring as well. You've just got the drink can there. When it's packaging and, you know, when we're marketing this, you've got to go all out. It's a beverage. You know, they're the fastest moving product on a shelf, and it's really important. It's all about the marketing with these beverage companies. The more they can get on the shelves, the more they can sell. So what you're trying to do is really compete with every other drinks company. I'm drinking the Monster juice here. That, you see all the illustrations behind this? The amount of illustration that's in this is actually, it's disgusting. And it's like that for a reason, because it's trying to catch your eye. Now, for instance, the one that you've gone for here kind of looks childish. It kind of looks, you know, that's perfectly fine. It kind of looks innocent because of the logo type. What I would say is, in the background of this marketing ad, you could have done so much more. For over here, you could have added splashes of orange. In fact, I did a video a few months ago, maybe a year ago, where I actually did like a poster for a beverage. It was like an orange juice, and I used assets around it, you know, splashes of orange, you know, make it look refreshing. Obviously the mock-up looks good, but it looks half finished. It looks like you've just got, you know, the title and that's it. But you got all this negative space around here. I personally wouldn't do that. If I was to redesign this, I would just choose a nicer font or a typeface that would work all the way around. I would pair them better. I wouldn't have a serif typeface going on up here. That to me doesn't make much sense. I as a designer can see where you're going with this. I think you could make this 10 times better if you put more work into it, you know, made it less minimal and more functional towards a normal beverage company, you know, more like, you know, Monster, more like what are those guys drinking, like Mountain Dew and stuff like that. The next one is a medical logo and brand identity design. So this is a whole brand identity for a pharmaceutical company. With that comes a lot of critique because it's very important to get the right balance. It's a designer's dream to have packaging like that and pills to be exactly the same. I love the way that you presented this. If this was presented to a client, I suppose they would really like it. The P kind of looks a bit odd and a bit phallic. Yeah, it's... Moving on, the typography looks good. The logo type's nice. The packaging is very minimal, good. Not too sure whether you could have that as packaging. Obviously, the back of it would have all the stuff in there. One thing that's caught my eye, which is a huge problem, is just random writing right there. Why is it there? Get rid of it. If it needs to be there, then it should go. You should change the layout. That's just random writing. It looks like a printing failure. The color scheme works as well. It reminds me of dentistry, but that's just probably because companies use this color, or dentists use this color more often, and I'm associating it with dentists. One thing that you've seen throughout every single one of these posts is the mock-ups, and these mock-ups look great on your portfolio. Now, if you're a graphic designer or someone who's just starting out, or maybe you're a seasoned veteran in design, then you know how important it is to have a portfolio, not only to get clients, but to make yourself a name in the industry. Now, Squarespace is an amazing place to start your portfolio because you don't need to be a web design genius or wizard to know how to use it. You can actually use thousands of customizable templates. And when I mean customizable, they're fully customizable. You can make it really your own to start your portfolio. It gives you a really good foundation, especially if you want to tinker around with it, which, you know, us designers do. But not only that, on your Squarespace website, you can make it a blog inside of it. You can have a contact page where clients could come talk to you, get your contact details, you know, and start the project that you want to start. And you can sell online digital resources really easily, all inside of Squarespace. If you'd like 10% off your first purchase with Squarespace, then click the link down below. And just a little thing, you can actually use Squarespace before publishing it, so you can design it for free before you even publish it. So use the link, design your website, see how your portfolio looks, then before you publish, make sure you put the code in and the link, which is found in the description below. This next one has 46 upvotes, and it is an animated intro for an online course. They wanted a space theme, a cartoon type of character doing science stuff, and something related with study material, hence a pen as shown in the video. Wow. That is, why is this not the most upvoted? You know, I'm not a motion designer and I don't animate stuff often, but I can't really see anything in here. You've got the space theme in there, the science stuff, and you've got the pen, and I think it just works super well. I like the way that the rocket shoots up into a pen. It is quite short. If you want my honest opinion, if this was me and you were going to all this extent, I would maybe give it a few more seconds. To my eye, a few more seconds works best. Adobe do these amazing intros on their live streams. When we do Adobe Live, they do these crazy intros, they're animated and everything, they look great. They're a few seconds long, and yeah, I would just go for somewhere around that timing, but they're slightly longer. With this one, it seems like, you know, you have to rewatch it to really understand what's going on. So maybe slow it down slightly, but obviously take my advice with a pinch of salt here. I'm not a motion designer. Looks really nice, although I'm not a motion designer, so I may be missing intricate details. Did they say that they wanted it to be 10 seconds? I'm asking because it kind of goes fast. There we go. And I didn't feel like they could be appreciated at such speeds. Actually, yes, the original animation was 23 seconds, but specifically said to make it 10 seconds long. I don't know, it's probably going to be more work, but if it needs to be 10 seconds long, then I would cut some stuff out or just get the main element in there. So I don't know what to really suggest for you here, dude. You've got to compromise on some levels. I really like the way that it goes in. It just feels very fast. This part here seems the fastest. You've got like 3 animations going on. This one, then when it shoots up, then you got this animation. So I would probably just like do 1 stroke and then into the logo reveal, to see where you go from there, so you have more time on this one here. That's what I would personally do. If you're new to the channel, I'm Will Paterson. I'm a graphic designer. I own an agency in the north of England where I teach everything to do with logo design and brand identity. We post videos to this channel every week, twice a week, and the design of these videos is to make you a better designer. Whether that's through critiquing, giving you tutorials, chatting with other people, that's what we do. If you'd like to see me redesign some logos, go ahead and click the link at the end of the video. It should just appear in the end screen. And if you haven't done so yet, press the red subscribe button. You can always press unsubscribe later.
Don't do that.
Comment down below your thoughts, and I would love to see you in the next video. See you soon. Goodbye.